Welcome in, my precious human being. I'm so happy to have you here. Mia here with Spiritual Society. We're getting ready to dig into this reading today. You versus him. What is he thinking? What is he feeling? Let's take a look at it all. Now, before we get going, I'd love for you to choose between these two stones. I have a beautiful polished white Solecite. I have a lovely raw orange Calcite. Stone 1, stone 2. You can stay for both if you feel pulled towards both. Take a breath, let your intuition kick in, and make your choice right now. All right, my Solecite, here we are, you versus him. So I want you to go ahead and throw away anything you don't need for today. Oh, bye. Oof, gone. Now I'm going to start in his energy. I'm going to start with this gorgeous Dynamo Blue deck. It has been just popping up some delicious, amazing, insightful answers to all the questions I ask of it. So what I'm asking it right now is to just take a peek inside his thoughts and feelings. What's going on with him? What can we glean from his energy? What's going on with him? Okay, so I'm just going, yes, yes, and there's something over here. I think we're going to do one more card in our beautiful blue deck. True blue. Let's see what we got. So we're seeing this for the first time together. So we have the Empress. Hi. We have the Page of Wands. Excellent. The Justice card. The Eight of Swords. The Queen of Cups reversed. And we have this Seven of Pentacles. So one thing I'm seeing right away is that he really sees you in this incredible feminine energy. So we have the Empress as our very first card pull in his thoughts and feelings. What's going on with him? What's in his energy? And then later on, as we get into the fifth card down, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. So with these two cards, they're both incredible divine feminine energy. And that means that you're in a space of your feelings and your emotions. Now, this doesn't mean that this is in your energy. I'm reading his thoughts and feelings about you. So this is a perception. So if this rings true for you or not, we're just sort of talking about how he's perceiving you, how he's thinking and feeling about you. So there's a part of it. The interesting thing is that, one of these is in their upright position, the other one's in their reverse position, but they both signify some very similar things. That incredible feminine energy, which is in this space of feelings and emotions, this space of receiving, this space of sort of a circular sense of being in the here and now, as opposed to just being goal focused and driven towards the end goal, really being present and enjoying the ride along the way, being beauty focused on, the taking things in as you're seeing them, processing, being in that sort of flexible, bendable energy zone. So the interesting thing here is also creation energy, creating things around you, feeling alive, feeling like the very first thing we're pulling for you is this in its upright position, the Empress card in its upright position, which is a card that I love. And it is saying, hey, everything feels alive with you, that he feels more alive because of you. He feels like you bring moments to life, that you're really making him like, be so aware and so present in the moment. It's not just about, the end goal. This is where I'm going one day. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to reach this. I'm trying to be focused on this energy. It's really like magical movie moments that you're creating this shift in his essence and in his energy, where you're shifting things into like, this is the part of my life that I'm remembering. This is the stuff that I'm going to remember forever. And you have this beautiful creation energy all around you. And this is the most potent thing that's coming forward. It's our number one pull when we're pulling in his energy. And I find my blue deck to be really spot on. It seems to get really right in there. So good. So I'm really feeling like that spark of life around you is something that is the most intense sort of thing that comes up with you when we're getting into his energy about you. Then we have the Page of Wands. We're going to get more into our Queen of Cups reverse too. I just wanted to point that out because they're such similar cards. We have the Page of Wands next. So I do feel like he is, these are youthful messenger cards. Wands get into that fire energy. that lit upness, driven, going towards something, sparking something. This can get into like purpose for life kind of things. And so I am feeling like he is like receiving lots of messages about what he should do and what he should go, and like all of these inspirations, sort of divine inspirations, as they are geared towards you, and his life as it is geared towards you, and you being in his life, about the rest of his life. But also that he is creating a lot of messages that are being sent to you, so that you are actually receiving a lot of messages from him. And sometimes those messages may or may not be communicated in a vocal way. I'm telling you exactly, this is the message. They can be sent in so many different ways. So many times the messages we're receiving are about things that are unsaid. This feminine energy, if you are really in this deep feminine energy, you're probably receiving it. I'm guessing you are a bit, because this is popping up so strongly in his perception of you, that I'm guessing that you do house some of this in your essence, that there's a part of you that's really deeply intuitively taking in tons of messages from him all the time. So this card is really saying, hey, go ahead and trust those. The messages that you're receiving, you're downloading from him, trust that. If his words aren't equating with the feelings you're getting off of him, and this to me feels like, like you're reading a message in his eyes, in his actions, and it might be even more potent than what he's verbalizing to you. Trust the thing that's coming through for you, regardless of how it's received, even if it's not received vocally. Then we have the Justice card. So this does make me think that there might be something, and this is 3 cards in, so this is sort of, like pretty near the surface, but it's not right at the surface, but something is bothering him, something that's been gnawing at him that doesn't feel fair. Maybe an interaction between you, maybe something that happened in the past. This could even be something that happened in his deep past that's coming up, with you as, like, oh, I know that things aren't fair, so I don't know that this is how things are really going to go. But it feels interruption. It feels like an interruption energy, that there's some sort of interruption happening because of this feeling of things not being fair, things not being just, things needing to get karmically right, things to come around. And so there might be something, if you did get into a fight or you did have an incident that maybe you didn't even clock as something that was a problem, but maybe you did, and maybe you got that feeling about it. That's something really worth investigating more, because it doesn't seem to be resolved. And then right after that, we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords comes in a little bit as a warning to me that in his perception, this feels like it is a projection again towards you, that there's something in his projected energy that feels like you are trapped in a way, that you're maybe mentally trapped, or swords get into that mental space, mind space, head space. And this is really a feeling of you being sort of self-imprisoned by something, that you might be trapped by something that's really, you're holding yourself back in some way, that you're held up in thoughts. And this could be thoughts of a past love. This could be thoughts of something from the past that's haunting you, something you just are really comfortable being in now, that maybe it's self-limiting beliefs, or beliefs about what love can and cannot be, things that feel like they might be restrictive, but not actually necessary, not actually real, things that you could actually easily get out of if you chose to, but maybe you're not choosing to. And again, that's his perception, so it doesn't mean that that's really where you are. We're going to take a look at you and your energy in just a little bit, so don't you worry. But then we get into our Queen of Cups reversed energy. So this was the other perception that came in 5 cards down from our Empress energy. So this, again, super divine feminine energy. And I'm seeing that, that first wave is what really picks him up and takes him. But there's also this underlying energy to him where he sees that you might be holding yourself back, you might be imprisoned by some stuff, and there might be a part of you that really isn't allowing yourself to fully be yourself, that you're not really allowing yourself to fully feel your emotions and your feelings, which get into the cup space really particularly. That body of water, that body of emotion, that feeling of intuition that comes up, and this feeling that you might not really be allowing yourself to really lean into who you completely are. And this could get into him feeling like you're not really allowing yourself to fully feel what you're feeling when you're with him as well. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles feels a little bit like like he might be in a kind of wait and see space where he's kind of just, he's planted seeds, he's done some watering, he's been tending the garden, he's been pulling the weeds, he's kind of just been like, but he's sort of seeing what grows between the two of you. And so it feels like he might be sending all of these messages, but he might not be taking a ton of action. And that could be held up by that Justice card, the Eight of Swords card, the thoughts that might be imprisoning you, the feeling that you're not fully letting yourself feel and be everything that you actually really feel and all that you are. So there's this feeling that he's kind of just seeing how things play out, seeing how things grow, being a bit patient, allowing himself to be a bit patient, but possibly not moving things forward, possibly not pushing things forward in any kind of momentum based way, kind of just seeing what happens now that he's planted the seeds, now that he's done the work. He's not walking away, but he's also not like, like, okay, it's time, here we go, it's time to harvest this. Now, before we move along, I want to pull more stuff about him. I want to pull more stuff about the potential of you two. I am so curious to look into your energy, if you don't mind. I'm going to go into our lavender deck. So our blue and lavender deck are both pretty darn new. And I find them both to be really, so good. I really love what they're bringing to the table. Literally bringing to the table. I'm really enjoying what they have to share with us. So I would really like to explore your energy with another new deck of mine. Ours, really. I think we share in this glorious gift. Okay, yeah. I'm feeling a couple things right here in that area. So there's something else right over here. Let's see what we have. Yeah. And there's one card right above that card, and that is the one. Yes, we do. Okay, so let's see. We're going to have a discovery for the two of us once again. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yes. Oh, we have the Sun. Oh, I'm loving this already. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. So we have another page card in your energy. We have the Ace of Pentacles right after our Page of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So that's 3 Pentacles cards back to back. Then we have the Cups, we have the Sun, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. 2 major arcana starting us off. Okay, let's dive into these. So looking into your energy. Oh, I love this. This lavender deck is like so beautiful. Both of these decks are so beautiful. I felt so drawn to both of them. So I hope that they speak to you the way they're speaking to me. So the Wheel of Fortune is popping up in your energy. Now, what I'm feeling in your energy is that I do feel like you have a lot of gratitude for where you are, where you've been, who you are, who you've become, that you are in a space where you are really seeing how lucky you are and how you're seeing the gifts that you've been given in the essence of who you are, and the gifts that are around you. And that also does feel like it fits into that divine feminine energy of the Empress, that feeling of, oh, I'm really taking in what's right here. And I'm so appreciative for all of this that's right here that's been given to me, this moment even. So I am seeing this feeling of abundance, this feeling of more coming in. And then I feel this feeling that you are going to continue being gifted. Keep leaning into that energy, noticing those things that have been given to you, whether it's just, oh, I'm so grateful for this quiet moment that I get. How beautiful is this? Am I the luckiest person in the world? Maybe I am. And I feel like keep pulling those things out, keep leaning into that energy, because the universe wants to keep giving you more, gifting you with more, dropping in more and more of that abundance. It's really beautiful. Okay, the next thing I have is the Sun. I love the Sun. The Sun makes me so happy. I love this card. I would like to get this card as a t-shirt, some jewelry. We're going to see. Searching for the perfect thing. If you know the perfect thing, please drop it below for me. This card is optimism. This is It's everything the sun is. There is something youthful, there's something celebratory, there's something glass very much half full, glass filled to the brim. This is powered up, charged in, like, cord plugged into the wall. Energy on, everything feeling good. Sunflowers in the background here. There's so much good stuff going on here. And I feel that about you. There's so much good stuff going on in your energy field right now. Even if, even if skies are gray, and of course they are in moments, and of course the sun has clouds pass by, and of course there are overcast days and rainy days and thunderstorms. But there is this underlying essence of you that is just effulgent, to dip into a lovely, beautiful vocabulary word, that is overflowing, that is effervescent, that is just really buoyant, really, really yummy and scrumptious, and just so charged up and good. And I love seeing that. Okay, so now we're going to get into our minor arcana cards right after that. So in your energy, I have the Six of Cups, and what I'm seeing here is that there is a part of you that's, I think, perhaps searching. So I feel like there's perhaps a part of you that's searching for that nostalgic piece, that there's something in your history, in your past, in your love imprint life. So the love imprints that have been put on you when you've been in love relationships, and this gets into parent relationships too, but also your first love, your biggest relationships, the ones that meant the most, where you felt you loved the most deeply, the lessons that you learned during that time, the things that you found in those moments. I feel like there's a part of you that's kind of looking and searching for that's looking around for certain pieces and aspects of that. And I'd love for you to spend a little time today just in thought of that. Does that feel true? If that were true, just coming at it with a sense of curiosity, if that were true, what parts would you be searching for again? What were the parts that felt so special, made you feel like you were in your feminine energy, made you feel alive, made you feel like you were created in a unique and beautiful way, that you were so uniquely gifted to be who you are, made you want to discover yourself even more because somebody saw you totally different. I would love to have you experiment with that and just really write down, okay, these are the things I think I am actually searching for. Or if I were to be searching for things, these would be the things that I think from those past relationships meant the most to me. And this person felt like they were taking control of things in a very safe way. And so I think I keep looking for somebody who has that take control attitude, which now, sometimes maybe leads me astray. Who knows? Maybe it's all good things, all on the good side. But I would love for you to do a little dive on that, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes. And every card that's popping up here is important. So it's popping up for a reason. There's something important in there. And it might have to do with this person, our lovely blue deck person, that they have something in their qualities that is something that you have been searching for, or something that you're pushing up against with that, with that energy that, that's coming through in the middle of their pulse, with their perception of things being a tiny bit tricky in certain little moments, that you might be actually pushing up against, like, oh, but they don't have this quality and I want them to have this quality. Can you just take control of the situation more? Can you just, there might be something to that would be very important information for you to have. Okay, then we have the Page of Pentacles. So we have the Page of Wands for them. We have the Page of Pentacles for you. So what I'm seeing here is that same messenger energy. I do think that you are, we had the Wheel of Fortune as your first card. That's the first thing popping up in your energy. Whoa. And then the Sun. My goodness, things are coming in for you. And you are a person that things are magnetized towards. And that makes sense. So what I'm seeing here is that there is a part of you that's sending all of these messages all the time about what you value, and holding precious what you value, and accepting and taking in what you value, and being open to what you value. And there is this part of you that is extremely magnetized because of these messages you're constantly sending out to the universe, sending out to your person, sending out to the people, that it just keeps coming in for you and keeps getting magnetized towards you. Now, I also think that there's also something here that you can actively send more messages. You can let yourself really get even more specific, because I think you're doing that already. And I think it's, got some great things going on here for you. Like, really good things are coming in for you. So I think it's working for you. And I think you can do that even more specifically, asking really, hey, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I would really love for this to come in for me. I want to be open to this coming in. Can you help me bring this in? Dear universe, dear angels, dear, your highest, who you go to ask. And I want you to do that. And that's another thing I would love for you to do today. If you have time, if you don't have time, you can do it right now. You could do it while you're walking to the bathroom. I would like some help receiving this. I would like some help to bring this in. Because then we have the Ace of Pentacles right behind that. And this is telling me that new opportunities for those things are coming in for you. So I do think that you might need to vocalize more, send more direct messages about exactly what it is you value coming into you. I'm reading so much about things that you want coming to you. It feels very strong and good and happy. And so I'm really thrilled about that for you. And be open to that. But also, I think that it's just saying, hey, yeah, this is going to come for you. So you send those messages and hey, knock, knock, knock. We got a delivery. Here it is. What you value the most, what you wanted the most, it's on arrival. It's on its way. And then right after that, with our third Pentacles card, this feels like this is all pertaining to the same stuff. We have the Two of Pentacles. So this gets into a juggling space. So, okay, we're asking specifically for what we want. Now it's coming in. The universe is delivering. And now there's a shift in focus between maybe multiple things where you might really have to prioritize. And right now is the perfect time to prioritize, to say, what I really want to focus on right now is bringing in the love of my life. What I really want to focus on right now is having the career of my dreams. What I really want to focus on right now is bringing this specific opportunity home. What I really want to focus, just letting yourself have a very clear line of vision of exactly what it is that is the priority. There's some sort of work being done outside. I'm really hoping you can't hear it because I just sort of noticed it, but I think it's been going on for a little while. So hopefully you can't hear it. So I do think that it's really important for you to be really specific in your mind about what it is you really want to let yourself focus on, so that it comes in and it lands and it's good, and you don't have to then be juggling things and go through fatigue and exhaustion and too spread out to actually really make a solid impact in the direction that you want to be going and how you want it to really land. That you can just accept it, just accept what it is that you really want the most, and then be open to the next thing. And those things are little domino effects, It's not just the one thing usually coming in for you. It's usually one thing, received, and now another, now the other. But you do have to prioritize so that you can fully receive it and you're not just in a juggling act. So that coming in from the universe for you about what's in your energy, all things that I love. I think this is looking quite good, quite good for you. So let's talk about this person. So I'm going to my old trusty deck now. And what I'd like to know is, for this person, the first thing I guess I'd really like to know is this person a good person for you? Is this person a good match, a good candidate, a good person for you? And let's see what our old trusty deck has to say. It gives us those delightful, right in there answers. Okay, so I have 3 cards from you, beauty. We have the 6 of Swords, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the Page of Wands. Okay. Okay, the very last card I pulled is the Page of Wands, and that was the second card we pulled in their pull. The first thing I'm pulling is 6 of Swords. So the next thing I'm pulling is the 7 of Swords, 6 and then 7, and both in the sword space, mind space, mental space, thought space. Here's what I am seeing. So I am seeing that the things feel like they could be a little out of alignment. I'm asking if this person could be a good person for you, a good fit for you. like what's going on here. And it feels a little bit like this person, it might be in a little bit of a place. It feels like they might be moving away from something. They might be getting out of something that had a lot of mental space for them. And that process, it is slow. It is a little tedious. It is a little, and I know they're planting seeds with you, and I know that they're sending you messages. But there's also maybe a reason that those messages are coming through in the way that they're coming through. We have the Page of Wands once again. So once again, I'm really sort of reminded of that feeling of them sending you out those messages that might not be those vocal words, that may not be those words that you need to hear to solidify things, that you have to read it in other ways. Use your intuition to read their eyes, use your intuition to read their actions, their body language, all of the other things that are letting you know where they are and what they're feeling. So, first of all, do trust the messages because that's really coming through. But the other thing that's really coming through is that it might be slow. It feels like this person's really moving away from something that held a lot of space, that is a little bit painful, and there might be some things that just need a little time to make some distance away from something. The next thing that comes up is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords, it can kind of get a bad rap. It can kind of feel like a thieving card or something that's, deceiving but really I'm thinking that this person's just not completely exposing themselves to you. They're not being completely vulnerable, which there's no harm intended there. There's nothing devious or awful about that. I'm not feeling that energy around this person. I'm just feeling like it's hard to capture what's really going on in their mind. It's hard for you to fully understand what's really going on in their mind. What you have to, they're leaving you to read the messages and signals in other ways. And that's really tough and a little tricky. So really the messages I'm getting coming right now are that this moment might not be the I'm all in moment for moving forward. Doesn't mean it can't be moving forward from there, like as you're taking the time that it needs to take and doing the things that need to happen. But it does feel like having an expectation that this could take a while, this could be a minute, this could be something that it really requires some healing on their part for them to create some distance, and then also to eventually open up to you and, to actually be willing to be vulnerable with you and deliver the messages that are coming in a vocal way, that you're not just receiving things in an offhanded way, that you're able to fully and truly have an ease of communication, Two of Cups kind of feeling that we're going for. That like, I know you and I know what you're bringing to the table and there's nothing really hidden here. It feels very open, very easy. And it doesn't feel like you're hiding things from me. And once again, it doesn't feel like they're trying to be deceiving you. It just feels like you're not getting the full story and you might not for a while or ever. That feels a little tricky. Let's look into your deep future. So let's see if there's potential here as for a deep future with this person. Because I feel a lot of positive things about them. And I certainly feel like they hold you in a very high regard. Yeah. Okay, so, our old trusty deck is giving us an extra. Okay, so we have 4 cards about that. Hi, we have our Queen of Cups upright. Our Queen of Cups reversed from their original energy pull on you. The next card we have is the Page of Cups upright. So the Page of Wands, we've got the Page of Pentacles in your pull. I have the Page of Wands once again. Now we have the Page of Cups. Oh, I love this. King of Pentacles reversed. And I have the Five of Pentacles. Oh, here we go. So this is so interesting. Can I point out, first of all, that we do have a lot of Pentacles energy. So at least, we have the Seven of Pentacles in your energy. I pulled the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Then we have the King of Pentacles reversed and the Five of Pentacles. There's a lot of Pentacles energy. We have that duplicate pull of the Queen of Cups now upright instead of the reverse position. And I have the Page of Cups, which I love because we're pulling the duplicates on the pages. So I'm feeling like we're getting a lot of messages. Our old trusty deck is always, there's a reason that she's called our old trusty deck, because she delivers. She has a track history of delivering. Okay, so here we go. The Queen of Cups upright. Looking into your deep future, I see that you could reach your full potential with this person. That there is a place for you to land in the fullness of who you are. That you don't have to hold back your feelings and emotions. You don't have to hold back what you're getting and what you're receiving. You feel completely capable of leaning into your intuition, that you're deep in your divine feminine energy, and you're really living as who you are. That you don't have to hide anything. You're fully capable of expressing yourself and just being who you are. And I love that. So that is a happy card for me. The next one is the Page of Cups, which also feels like a very happy card. This, a messenger card, the cups getting into feelings and emotions. This feels like it's saying, hey, we've had these communication problems of you having to just read the signs, you reading the body language, you reading the eyes and the actions and all the things that are not the verbal thing that is coming straight to you, and that you've had to interpret things, and about you sending messages out to the universe, all the things you value coming in. And this feels like it says, hey, in your deep future, there won't need to be a whole bunch of extra communication, because you will be communicated with. There's real potential here for it to land in a space where you are fully communicated with about how loved you are, how seen you are, how ardently they feel for you, the deep feelings and emotions that they have for you. That all of that will be expressed. There won't be a whole bunch of little walls coming up against each other on communication. That will be very clearly delivered to you. But the next thing I pull is the King of Pentacles reversed and the Five of Pentacles. Now, I pulled most of all of our Pentacle energy in your energy. So, to me, this really feels like in the potential of the deep future, I see it going two ways, and really both of these are from your perspective. So neither one of these is really like, oh, he is like this. It feels like your perspective on him is like this, and your perspective on you is like this, that you can fully be who you want to be. In the deep future, you have the potential to be in a fully communicated with position about feelings and emotions, all of that stuff coming through. There's also, on the juxtaposing side, a potential future where you don't feel like he's living up to who he is, that he does not land in his seat of power, that he is not fully in his masculine energy, that he doesn't fully take responsibility for that end of things, that at some point you really take full responsibility for where you are and you really sit into the essence of who you are, but that you don't feel like he is doing the same, that he is, just kind of in a space where, he's not really taking ownership of the relationship, not really taking ownership of this. It sounds terrible if I say ownership of you, but you know what I mean? That I don't mean that as an ownership of another human being. We cannot own other human beings, but of taking any responsibility for you, any responsibility for his end of being with you. I hope that makes sense. Feel free to leave me a comment, and if it doesn't, you can be like, I cannot believe you said that. I would love it if you don't say that. If you say something lovely and nice and kind. But I love you no matter what you say. So I feel like there's a potential future where you're not really into where he is. You don't dig who he's showing up in the world as. That he's not meeting his full potential, and he's not, he's not really showing up as the fullness of who he can be, and kind of refusing that growth mindset, that growth essence of blossoming and blooming into the fullness of himself. And the Five of Pentacles just shows up like that. This feeling of hunger, not getting what you need. This other potential future of him not fully delivering. Now, remember, you have divine feminine essence. You have intuition. You have a deep inner knowing. Follow that as you go. And the energy, it is a constant shift and change because we're humans and we make our own choices. This is just a read on the energy as it lays right now. And also, I'm reading two different paths here. So I am reading a path where things are one way and a path where there's the potential for things to land in a space that's uncomfortable, not the best that it could be. Hungry, not getting the fullness that you need, not getting your belly full of love, not getting the things that you value the most, not being fulfilled in the way that you value things the most. So that feels a little tricky and dangerous. So what I'd like to ask now is just two more questions. That is it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to pull from our gold deck, I'm going to pull, I want to just go ahead and pull. First of all, I want to pull, if you want to move forward with this, what is the next piece of action that you should take? If you want to move forward with this, what is the next piece of action that you should take? And I have the Two of Wands and I have the Knight of Swords. So this is saying, hey, first of all, take a really good look at what's going on. Take some perspective, like you are viewing it as a traveler, like you are seeing it through fresh eyes. Take a step back, take maybe like a 10-minute meditation where you completely clear your mind, or go do some chores and don't think about it at all. Put on good music that makes you think of other things, or a story or a talking book or whatever you want, and then come back to it with purpose to really take a look at it as objectively as possible. Objectively looking at the entire scope of the relationship. Then, as we are asking about action you should take, the Knight of Swords pops up, which tells me, go after what you know you want. If you want this, if this is what you want, you go after it. This is fast moving. This is big. This is bold. And that might mean taking things slow with this person and understanding, hey, this person needs some time to heal from something from the past. I'm going to walk that road with them, and we're going to do this as slowly as they need to, and I'm going to be okay with that. And that is going to be my bold movement forward. Or it could be, I have bold movement to make in another direction. I have bold movement to make to communicate, hey, this is what I want, this is where I want to go, and I really kind of want this right now. And if this isn't what you want, that's okay. I think that just tells us where we are, and that's all right. But take that bold action in the direction of your dreams, of what it is you desire. And this is saying be swift, and in a way, be merciless about it. Let yourself just be really, this feels like the opposite of that divine feminine energy. You're in the essence, and then it's like, I know what I want, and that is where I am going. And nothing's going to take me off that path. Off we go, right in the direction of that. That is where I am headed. And let yourself get that kind of razor sharp focus towards what you want. And leave your mind in that space where you're moving fast, you're moving swiftly. So interesting. I was just talking to someone, and it was a book that I had read. There was a story about speed reading, and the author made an allusion to race car driving. That if you are race car driving versus going slowly somewhere, if you drive slowly somewhere, you might not remember the ride at all. I don't really know how I ended up here. If you are in a race car, you know every turn. You have to be on heightened alert. Your senses on heightened alert. You have to know exactly where you are and where you're going. And that's the kind of energy that the Knight of Swords makes me think of. It is a heightened sense of awareness. You are flying through the air. You are moving quickly in the direction that you're going. And you have to be hyper aware of what's going on when. And there is this acute sense of being present every single moment, which is really feminine energy. So it's really a beautiful, bold mix of the two. Yum. But I'm really feeling that kind of presence for you. Okay, so I really wanted to ask one last question. I really just want to talk to Source. I want to channel whatever Source has to say to you right now about what energy is coming up for you, any action steps, really just whatever guidance Source wants to give, whether that's action or it's not, or it's something totally different, something that has nothing to do with love, something that has, let's just take a look. Okay, so we have the Hierophant and we have the Ten of Swords. So the Hierophant feels like Source is saying, hey, there's something you need to learn. And there's also something you want to learn. There's something that you are excited to become wise about, to pursue, to let your mind just go down the rabbit hole, to find the guru, to find the person, to let yourself like chase knowledge. And whatever that thing is, go there. Let yourself go there. Chase that knowledge. There's something good there. There's a gold nugget there. Right now, today, this week, put that on your calendar for every day. Let yourself be a little obsessed with whatever it is you want to be obsessed by. Let yourself just lean into whatever that thing is. Source is saying, boom, pushing you in. Off you go. Oh, and we have the Ten of Swords. So this feels like Source is saying, hey, also, I do think that something happened to you that really sort of took you out of the game for a second. And you might even be in that space sometimes now. We kind of glossed over, that Eight of Swords energy that we pulled in, his energy about you. This place that you might be in. Like, we have so much good stuff coming in for your energy. The Wheel of Fortune, you're feeling grateful, although you're magnetized towards things coming to you. Things are going to keep coming in. You're in an abundant space. You got the sun for you. You've got all of these good things coming in that I think the universe is saying, hey, but also it seems like something also, has been a little bit paralyzed in certain places. There's a little certain something that got knocked out of the game that really, took a real dive and hasn't really gotten back up yet. And the universe is saying this is a good time to check on that part of yourself. Maybe that was your heart. Maybe that was your intuition. Maybe that was your thought space, your mind space, your mental space. Maybe there was some part of you that you just can't deal with anymore. You don't even want to look at or talk to or, zone in on. It's just too much. No thanks. It's time to sort of circle back around for that part of yourself. So maybe very gently begin to pluck some of those swords out of your back. Let yourself, this is a card of completion, the ending of something, the beginning of something new too. So there's something new that wants to begin for you in that area of your life. So it is time to circle back around for whatever part you just couldn't deal with anymore for a while. You had to, it's been on pause. It's been on hold. No movement, no action, nothing really there. It's time to come back around for that part of yourself. Oh, whew. Well, you have a little bit of homework. My magnetic sunshiny beauty. Let's drop a sun below. Subscribe, like this video, please. Thank you for being here. Thank you for diving into this reading with me. I'd love to hear from you. Does some of this resonate with you? Were you surprised by the Ten of Swords at the end? Do you know what part of yourself has been asleep or on hold or on pause for a little while? Did that immediately ding, 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 that resonates? I want to hear what you have to say about that. Yeah. Okay, I'm sending you off into your day, into your week with so much love, so much light, so much abundance, all that attraction energy that you already have, all that abundant energy that you already have. Those are the words I have for you. Yes. Okay, until I see you again, I miss you so soon. Mwah. Mia. Hey, my orange calcite, let's go. All right, so you versus him. We're going to take a look at the cards. We're going to see what they have to say. Now, I am going to go ahead and start in a blue deck. I did this with my last reading as well. I wanted to start with my blue deck and my lavender deck because they are two new decks that are so incredible. So good. And they complement each other. So let's go ahead and dive into his energy first. And let's see what we are pulling up for him and his energy. Okay. Still going, still pulling cards. Let's see what else we have in his energy for you, his thoughts, his feelings about you. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. This is what we've got. We have got, these are surprises for you and me. As we flip them over, we're both going to get to know the cards. We have the Six of Cups starting us off here. We have the Justice card popping up second. We have the Nine of Cups. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good card. Good card. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this is what I am reading in his energy. His thoughts and feelings for you. This is what we've got. So first of all, Six of Cups, very nostalgic card. Oh yeah, okay. Thought I had a double card hiding behind there, but I didn't. Okay, so the Six of Cups is a very nostalgic card. Our cups get into those feelings and those emotions. So I am seeing that he feels like you feel like you're known to him. Like he feels like he has known you for a lot longer than he has. He feels like he's known you his whole life, that he knew you before. You feel familiar. There's something that just like you immediately, he felt like he knew you. Like he understood you. Like he had a history with you. And maybe he did in a different way, an energetic history with you. And there's something really sweet here and innocent here behind everything that's going on with all of your interactions. First card we're pulling up. So I am seeing that like there's something really lovely that lays the foundation of everything that transpires between you and his energetic feelings towards you. Then we have the Justice card. So I am feeling the Justice card gets into karmic cycles, maybe feeling like something's coming out. It could be something that's unfair or something that needs to be fair, something that has to be equal. And what I'm kind of feeling here is that he might really be looking for, and this could get into, he has past history, a past life, past imprints from other things, and there could be something here where he feels like maybe he's gotten something into the past where things were uneven, unequal in like, I feel this for you, you feel that for me. They're different things. There's a push and pull energy, and he really wants things to be even and fair and equal parts of each of you putting the same amount of effort in, and that sort of 50-50 feeling, or 100%. And so there might be a feeling here that he's really after that equality of intention, of feeling, of purpose, of emotions, of everything, for everything that transpires between the two of you. So you might really feel that play out. That if you don't push forward as well, then he pulls back. He takes his foot off the gas. That he's really looking for that equality. Then we also have, and that popped up second. So I'm feeling like that's probably a big overriding thing you're feeling there. Now we have the Nine of Cups coming up next. And like I said, I love this card. This card is sometimes called the Genie in the Bottle card. It is a feeling of everything coming in. All of those cups. And right away in the first three cards, I pulled two cups cards. And that tells me that he has a lot of feelings and emotions about you. That you're really you're really filling him up. That there's a lot going on. He feels a lot about you. He's got a lot of emotions about you. There's a lot going on there. And it all seems to be really positive and really good. And especially with their Nine of Cups, that's a feeling like, oh, I think everything could be coming in now. That you could be it. You could be the one who really delivers everything for his heart. That you could be the one who really brings it all for him, that really overflows him. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. So he might feel like he's a kind of unlucky person. I'm not going to say if that's a good or a bad thing, or, I don't know that he's necessarily feeling like he's unlucky with you, but that he just feels like he might just sort of be unlucky in general. That feels like that's popping up here, that he might feel like things don't usually work out for him. That could be an underlying belief system that he has, that things don't work out for him. Things don't happen for him. Things don't naturally transpire for his greatest good. That could act as a real block between things moving forward for the two of you if that keeps popping up over and over again. If he doesn't believe that it can happen, that it could be really good, that it could be a fulfillment, then it probably won't be, because there's a belief under that. So it feels like it could be a limiting belief. Subconscious belief could be just something that's underwriting things right now, and you might feel that. You might see that play out as well. We have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like he loves that you know your mind. You know your thoughts. You are so smart. You have decisive opinions. You aren't just a plaything of the world that follows whoever happens to have a good idea. You're the one with the good ideas. You've got a real head on your shoulders. You really have a thought process down. You understand your own personal truth. You understand the truth that the world is showing you, whether it's real or not. You just cut right through the fake take stuff out with that and let's see, get to the truth of the matter. What's real here? What's really going on? There's, you have this incredible seat of knowing about you. You know yourself, you know what the situation requires. You're able to make really solid, good decisions. You have a real head on your shoulders, a real presence of mind. And that's something that's really remarkable and awe-inspiring about you. Now we have the Ten of Swords right after that. So I am feeling like there's a part of him, this is a card of transition where he is transitioning from something that he was really knocked out for a second. There was something really took him down. This could be a heartbreak. This could be an old love. This could be a situation, something that felt like defeat, something that felt like I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back up from this. That is how bad things are right in this moment. That kind of feeling, and that could have something to do with work. I don't know what the situation was that got him into this position, but it feels like that is a starter position, that there's something like right before your presence, and even if you did even know each other in that time while he was going through that there's something changing now where he's starting to stand back up. This is the transition area of this card, because this is a card of something ending, something new beginning, that you're the new beginning. If he feels like there's something new that's here, that he's being able to actually sort of come back from a complete standstill, a complete nothing, a complete stop. Now, I want to dive into my lavender deck for you. And like I said, these decks have just been delivering. So I want them to deliver on your energy too. Now, I'm not really going to ask specifically, and I'm going to get into questions about the two of you and where you can go, your potential, whatever questions come up too along the way. But really, I just want to dive into your energy, just anything we need to know about your energy. So just anything we happen to need to know. And let's see where that energy for you is. So okay, we're going to start over here. Oh, I actually really want to, I'm not going to, because I've already started not turning the cards over as I go, but I really felt the pull to turn the cards over as I go. Let's see. Okay, I'm feeling something right in here. Okay, that's where we're starting actually. So we're only starting with you for 4 cards. We're going to pull more as we get to more, but for right now, this is what wants to be here. So we have the Justice card for you too. So the Justice card was the second card we pulled for him. The Justice card is the first card I am pulling for you. Then I have the Page of Wands. Then I have the Three of Cups. Then I have the Six of Wands, which I love. Okay, yeah. So I also feel like you have this feeling of things being fair as well. And that's actually probably a really good matching point for you, for the two of you as a togetherness thing, as a couple. If this moves into something bigger or it stays where it is, there's something here that feels like you want things to be fair as well. Now, if this does happen to be someone from the past, I can see this being problematic, because if you both have this innate sense of justice, things being fair, and you thought things were not fair before, and you both think the other person is to blame, that could just be a standstill for the two of you, where you were just not able to move forward. So that's something I really want you to take into consideration if this is somebody from the past, if you do actually want to move forward with them. If this is not something that has transpired between you already, and it's really just sort of an innate feeling of yours that like, I just want to make sure this person is at the same place as me along the journey, that they're feeling the same amount of feelings I am, that they're in it as much as I am, I will give as much as they are giving. That could line up really well. The only problem I really see with that is that if one person isn't driving things forward, then you could just be at a standstill because no one's pushing it forward. You're just matching each other, and you're just matching each other and matching each other and matching each other, and there's no up level anywhere. Somebody will have to up level at some point in order for the other person to match them. So I do see that as being possibly problematic. We have the Page of Wands next. So this card really says to me, like, really do take a look at the signs and the messages that are coming in for you, the inspirations that are coming in for you. So, and I feel like this can get into that justice feeling too. If you feel pulled to spark something and take things a little bit further, push things into a new space, be the first person to suggest something, to express some sort of feeling or emotion that you're feeling. Let yourself really follow your instincts, because that person seems to be in a matching mode. So they will probably match you in that, and then they will probably also offer something new. So that's another way to sort of overcome that hump of, okay, we're just going to keep matching each other here. And that means we could be stagnant and at a standstill. Or if I feel inspired to go ahead and bump things forward a little bit, they'll match me, and then they'll bump things forward a little bit. They'll be willing to do that too, because that is also a source of matching. Even though typically, in our dynamics, sometimes we want, oh, I want masculine energy to move things forward. I want them, all of those sorts of things. Now we have the Three of Cups next. So this tells me that this might be a time for you to really get into your playful spirit. So anything that you feel like, I feel this makes me feel fun and playful and giddy, and I'd really like to do this more. I'd like to spend more time with my girlfriends. I'd like to laugh more. I'd like to go to more things that feel lighthearted. I want to just take life with a lighthearted attitude, that things aren't so serious. This work project's not so important. That meeting with whoever, XYZ, that's not so important. That's not such a big deal. Like, oh, isn't this fun? I get to just play in life. This feeling of playfulness, of joy, of sort of heart space coming in and overflowing you. Just letting yourself be in a joyful, playful mood with all of life. When you're making your dinner, okay, this isn't so important. I can just sort of be playful and creative, and ooh, what fun. I get a palette of all of these foods, and I'm going to see what I can do with it, and maybe I'll see if I can make the plate really pretty and make it playful and fun, and put on some good music while I'm doing it. And even my chores can be playful and fun. Just taking a really playful, fun attitude could be really important for your heart right now, that your heart might need a little playfulness, a little joy, a little ha ha ha. I get to do this. I get to be in this space and do this thing, even if that's not something you would normally feel that way about, like chores. Now we have the Six of Wands after that, and I love this card coming in for you. This is a winning card. This is a card of things really, a winning energy. Very magnetic, very lovely. You are in a winning space, and I do feel like you have the potential to really gain some momentum with your confidence. So you might already be in an incredible space of confidence, but even if you already are in a really confident space, lean into that even more. Let yourself just bowl over with confidence. I know what I can do. I know what I am capable of. I know what I can set my mind to. There is no one that I would rather be in the hands of than my hands with this situation, because I'm so capable in that situation. Whatever it is that you're really good at, whatever your superpowers are, whatever it is that you own as your life force energy, I want you to get really behind yourself and just really champion yourself. Just really like anchor into it and own it. Okay, now we have two more cards for you. And I'm not really feeling a need to switch decks. I'm just feeling a need for a separate pull. I feel like this is perhaps to do with something else. And that is why we are pulling separately for these two cards. So let's see what we have. We have, so we have the Three of Pentacles reverse, and we have the Tower reverse. We have two reverse cards for you. Well, interesting, huh? Okay, so the Three of Pentacles reverse tells me you might not have a full plan of how you want to architect things for yourself, what you truly value in your life. So getting just a clear idea right now off the top of your head, what do you value the most? What is it that you want the most for yourself? Now, that thing or those things, I want you to just immediately think, what is my plan for that? What does that look like? If you don't have a clear vision of that immediately when I say it, then I think it's time to let yourself really dig in deep and let it be fun. Get into that playful spirit with it. I want you to put on some really good music. Once this is over, jot a note down to yourself right now, or put something out as a reminder that you're going to do it. Grab your notebook, take your pen, write down as a prompt, architect my life, and write down what exactly does that look like for you. And then you can get more specific later on. You can do a deeper dive later on. I just want you to have a really clear vision. This is exactly where I'm going. This is how I see myself I see things. And this is how it architects together. And you don't have to have all the ins and outs. This is just, you are the architect drafting a blueprint. And the builders are going to come, the universe is going to come, the energy is going to come and fill in all of the things. Oh, like actually, the universe is bringing you marble to put there and giving you da-da-da to put here. Things you didn't even expect and you had no idea they were going to be put together that way. How exquisite. But I want you to have the structure and understand the structure of what it is that you want for what you value the most in your life. That's coming through is very important in your energy. And I do feel like these last two cards are important. They're specific, they're different. This is like a different piece of something that's really important for you. So we also have the Tower reversed. So I'm really feeling a message coming through here that's sort of saying, hey, something that felt devastating, something that felt like destroyer energy, something that felt like it like, ooh, I mean, this is that feeling of truly, that thing of, oh, I got the rug pulled out from under me because the rug comes out and then everything crashes to the ground. That sort of feeling, only perhaps it felt much bigger than that. I mean, the picture on here, I know our lavender deck is a little hard to see sometimes, but it's a tower that's being like lightning bolt flames, people jumping, diving out of the tower. It is like whoa, that is some big energy. Major Arcana energy. That is some big energy, some huge life disruption. Something came around and it felt like this is changing my life forever for the worse. That's how it felt. And it felt awful, just devastating in so many ways. It felt like it was taking you down to the actual basement and just everything you'd worked so hard for suddenly disappearing. Just felt like, oof, rip it right off of me, rip it right out of my hands. What am I supposed to do now? How do I rebuild from here? And I feel like this card is coming in to say, hey, that thing that happened, that those pieces that melted you down, that felt like I don't even know how to begin again, it was actually a gift. And it was the best gift that you could have been given. And it was a hidden gift and it didn't feel good. And yes, you had to go through all that. And oh, what a loss. And you're allowed to mourn it and you're allowed to be just really like it. But the rebuilding after that is going to be the best phase of your life. The rebuilding and what you create is going to be so much better than what was there before. And if you had kept on in that space and that bolt of lightning had not come for you to light that fire and burn things down, then you would continue to be in a space that wasn't really fit for living in the first place. It wasn't really fit for you in the first place. It wasn't all that you were destined to be or all you were destined to experience. There is something bigger and better on the other side. And you get to architect that, but you need to know what it is that you want. You need to know the structure of what it is that you're building. And then it won't feel so overwhelming, but also it will allow you to really do the rebuilding because that gift has already been given and it's here. The delivery is here. The universe wants to help you rebuild, wants to help you put something even better and brighter and bigger in its place. But you need to know what that is so that it can say, okay, I see the blueprint. I'm going to follow the blueprint. You just sit there. I'll take care of the rest. Got it. Off we go. Write down blueprint just to remind yourself, I need this blueprint and it's going to be filled. Your order will be filled. I love that. If you drop some notes below, you don't have to say what it is. If you want to, I'd love to hear about what your blueprint is or where it is that you're going, or that you recognize this tower reverse energy, or that spoke to you. But also just to say, hey, yeah, I'm gonna figure out exactly what it is that I'm creating. I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm gonna hop right into our old trusty deck. So I'm not messing around. I am popping into we'll get into some of that playful spirit, that playful, joyful energy, into our old trusty deck. And let's see what she playfully has to say. Let's see what comes up from her. So really, I'm not asking any questions for this because I just feel like there's something else that wants to come through. I kind of feel like you just have energy that just wants to be like, there are things. And then we're going to get back to the two of you again. So I have the 9 of Wands I have the Lovers reversed, and I have the Justice card again. Boy, oh man. Okay. So the Nine of Wands is a card of being hurt and repair. And this card is saying, yeah, okay, you've been hurt and you have been knocked down, and we recognize that pain, and we recognize that you are not at full capacity. That kind of feeling like, oh, well, you twisted your ankle. I'm not going to ask you to run on it right now, but I am asking you to walk, because it needs that to actually heal. I am going to ask you to do these physical therapy exercises, that kind of feeling. There's just time to stand back up as slowly as you want to. You can move as fast or as slow as you want to. The healing process is going to continue as you move forward, as you get back up. And that is something that you will heal from. And this is a good space to be in. You are in a good space. You're exactly where you need to be. The Lovers reverse pops up. And this to me feels like it's saying, hey, you have soulmate love on the way. It's not here right this second, because you have some repair work to do. You need to know where you're going. You need that blueprint, that tower burned down. You got some stuff to do. There's a couple of moments, a couple of steps in between here and there. You're just standing back up, from this space. And so this moment isn't the moment, but you are right on the cusp of the moment. You're right on the cusp of it. It is already in your energy field. It is going to be recognizable to you soon. It is available to you soon. That is in your future. It's in your, that's what I feel like this card in the universe is saying, that, hey, it's here for you. It's coming in for you. It's just not here in this moment, and that's okay. But don't lose hope for that. Also, don't let that turn into a subconscious belief that it doesn't exist for you, because it exists. It's here. It's just not fully realized and ready to be sat into. And then the Justice card pops up again. So I pulled the Justice card as the second card. Wait a second. I pulled this is our third Justice card. Yeah. This is, oh. Second card for him, first card for you. That fairness, that equality, that, oh, well, if you don't move, then I'll move, then da-da-da, then da-da-da. Third time I am pulling the Justice card. Oh, boy. Are we getting a message here? So, drop everything. Don't do anything else but sit into this energy. Karma is going to take care of itself. If there's something from your past that's haunting you that doesn't feel like it got a full karmic cycle, it's going to take care of itself. It's not for you to carry. It's not for you to hold on to. If you try to carry it, it will slow you down. It will stop you from healing. It will stop you from moving on. It will keep you in a space where you are not moving into the full potential of your life. If you feel like things are not fair and that you were dealt a victim hand. And I'm not saying you weren't a victim, and I'm not saying that things weren't unfair and that there isn't karma to be served. I'm saying it's not yours to serve. Let the universe take care of it. Let somebody else take care of it. It's not yours. The best, the best thing you can do to get yours is to live a full and beautiful life, to be happy, to be joyful, to be playful, to be in your winning, confident energy, to know where it is that you truly want to end up and where you want to go, and let yourself be taken there. And to be grateful for the gift that you were given, that did deal you a lot of pain, but ultimately cleared the way for what it is that is for you. So that's the first thing that I'm feeling with this, is don't try to carry this. This could keep you from what it is that you desire. And as long as you want to keep carrying it and be, then that's as long as it could take for you to land in what you want. And I don't think it's worth it, personally. I don't think it's worth it, but that's your choice. We're humans. We get to make our own choices. So you get to make that choice. The cards are just sort of pointing out different energy for you. The other thing that's really coming through here is that it's to look at your past beliefs. Because that was something I pulled as their second card, your first card, and I really felt like it was about balancing each other out. That like, oh, well, I'm not going to do more than they do. If they go 50% in, I'll be 50% in. If they go 70% in, I'll go 70% in. What I really think this card is also asking is that the kind of relationship you actually want to have? Is that actually how you want to be in this world? That you'll only show up as much as somebody else shows up, or that you'll only match somebody else's energy. And if you feel a lot of kickback, like I don't do that, I'm 100% in when I'm 100% in. I just want you to evaluate, is it possible that I do that? Just be curious, because it's coming up in the card so strongly. Just be curious, is that something I do sometimes? Okay, maybe sometimes I do that. And if I do that, then is that something I want for the future? Would that be something I would actually want to carry forward? Is there a world in which I would want to be 100% no matter what the other person is? Where I'm willing to be the most generous person in the relationship, the most generous person in the room. And I don't mean financially, I just mean, of spirit, of willingness to put yourself out there, of willingness to try something new, to push things to a new level, to let yourself give more. Is there a world in which you just want to be 100% with your life no matter what? Because that might be something you actually would really want. I find personally, I think that there's something really beautiful in being all in when you're all in, and I don't mean to be all in on everything. I don't think that's possible. I think that you have energy and your energy is precious. So, choosing carefully where you want to be all in, but in those things that you choose, letting yourself be fully and completely all in, even if that means that you feel like you're giving more than somebody else until usually they match you. It's an interesting, energetic game that if you are willing, then usually they will come meet you. And usually if it's a person who doesn't, that probably person isn't a person that you're meant to be interacting with that much. Okay. Whoa. Let's dive back into our old trusty deck. Again, I feel like some real energy is just pushing forward here for us. So now I do want to ask about the potential for the two of you as a couple. Is there potential here for the two of you of what this is? Is this something that you should be pursuing? Is this something that could have something good to it? So I'm pulling 3 cards for this. I have the Magician. I have the 3 of Wands. And I have the King of Wands. Oh, okay. Okay, so first of all, I have the Magician. And the Magician tells me that if this is something you want, it's telling me you can have that. I mean, of course, there's another person involved here, but if you both want this as a relationship, if you both want this to be exquisite, if you both want to move this into really great soulmate territory, you can do that. The tools are at your disposal. This does have the potential to be something really remarkable. And this is the kind of thing, though, that you have to choose it. You have to decide. It's not just that it is. It is, you have the tools and you have to take action. You're being requested to actually step into that power. The 3 of Wands comes up, and that says, really you can, I see that you could accomplish a lot with this person and have beautiful memories, beautiful things that transpire between you, just like an entire body of incredible experiences, togetherness. This also tells me that for you to take a bird's eye view right now to see if that is really what you want, if this is something you want to walk down that road with, that if this is a person that you feel like it is worth it. And really that answers a lot about the Justice card as well, about being willing to be a little more all in rather than just matching, willing to be 100% even if the other person isn't at the moment. And to really take a bird's eye view on that and see, okay, that's what I really want. I really want this kind of thing with this person, just really stepping back and taking a broader scope. And then we have the King of Wands, which I love. I mean, I love our King of Wands. This tells me that he really has the potential to be a very powerful partner. to be someone who does have a force field of unstoppable energy. No obstacles getting in the way, moving towards what they want, going after it, going after you, being passionate, physically attracted and attractive, having that physical chemistry, having a mental chemistry, an energetic chemistry, feeling lit up, feeling purposeful, feeling driven and motivated, just feeling just really in a seat of a really strong partner, a really strong partner who is extremely capable and in their masculine energy. So that feels very propitious for future coupledom and moving things into something bigger, if that's what you choose to do. Now, I am going to tap into our pink deck. So I'm moving into our pink deck because I just want to take a look at, first I do want to take a look at our action steps. I always love action steps. I think it's important to know what actions you can take to get to where you want to go. So if you want to move this forward, what kind of action are we looking at? What kind of action are we looking at? If you want to move this forward, what kind of action are we looking at? What kind of action would move you towards moving this forward? And I felt something underneath of that card as well. So that was 3, and I do think there's a 4th here. So we're pulling 4 cards for that action orientation. That, all the tools, you have all the tools. So it's really up to you if you want to move this forward. And our magician is our master manifester. So, okay, I have the Knight of Swords. Okay, I pulled this as in an action orientation way in my first reading as well. I'm feeling only in a different deck altogether. I'm feeling a lot of it's so interesting. We have the Fool, we have the 8 of Wands reversed, and we have the Hermit. So asking about action to move this forward, we have some very clear answers. So first of all, we have the Knight of Swords. And what this really says to me, this is such a powerful card. It is fast moving. It is mentally focused on point of where it wants to go. And that really tunes back into that 3 of Pentacles energy of have the blueprint, know how you want to architect this, know what it is you are architecting for yourself, know what that is, so you can drive after it, so you can ride focused on that. You don't have to, but there's something over there, maybe I should take that road, maybe I should take this one, let's just trot for a little while, we're gonna walk by here. No, we're gonna let ourselves fly towards what it is that you want, because you know exactly what it is. There's nothing getting in your way. There's nothing taking you off focus. You are moving in the direction of what it is you desire. So the first action-oriented thing is really to be laser focused mentally on what it is that you want, and getting that, clear idea of where it is you are going. And that way you can let everything else go. Because if you know that everything else is just a distraction, you won't have to be distracted by it. You can truly just let yourself move towards it. And it comes with speed. That comes with speed. It gives you speed. We have the Fool. And the Fool is really saying, let yourself be open to falling off a cliff, to making a fool of yourself, to feeling like you've been naive. Let yourself open up to every fear that you have about what deep true love can bring, but also what the preamble to that could be with this person. I'm going to tell them that, I'm going to start moving something forward and they're going to reject me. And then it's like, it feels awful. It feels like I fell off a cliff because they didn't match me, and that felt terrible. Walk yourself through that a little bit and just see, well, where does that take me? So my feelings get hurt for a moment, but that's okay, because I'm riding fast in the direction of where I'm going. So ultimately, it's all right. If this is a requirement to help me get there, then part of that might have some stinging feelings. But that's okay, because I'm still going there. I'm still headed in that direction. Let yourself be open to all of the things, and also be open to all of the possibility. This is our 0. This is our starting position. This is the journey. This is the very beginning of the entire journey. Let yourself open up to that romantic sensibility of someone who's, falling in love for the first time. The first time that, I never noticed the way you did that. I never knew that I would like that so much. That's so remarkable. Oh, I never knew I could feel this way. I never knew I would feel this. Let yourself just be really open and expansive to what is coming in for you and the possibility and the potential of it all. Sun on your face, feeling good. Now, the Eight of Wands comes up reversed. So, this says, to me, this is a card upright of leaning in, letting the universe take over. This is saying you don't have to try so much. You don't have to do so much. You can just let things take over and take you to where you want to go. So this is saying that an action in this instance, like, yes, take action, move towards where you want to go, get focused, but also don't try to do so much. Release control here. There is already a swift current behind you that you don't even realize you have because you've been trying to swim it yourself. Unfortunately, you've probably been swimming it parallel to the current and upstream to the current and in opposite directions. Let yourself lean into the current that's already there. Trust. Don't feel like you have to grip on and take control over everything. I have to make sure it all happens. You don't have to make sure it all happens. The universe wants to make it all happen for you. It all wants to come together for you. And I don't always say this. It's just with the cards, when the cards say it and put it in that place of, I don't chase, I attract. And that is the feeling of this card. And so this is kind of a card that says, invite more inaction into your life, where you don't have to grip onto control, where you can release and see where you're being pushed. Oh, I'm supposed to go do that. That's where the universe is pushing me. I'm leaning into the current and letting the current take me to my destination. You have to know where that destination is, and you have to know, but once you go, then you're moving fast. And then we have the Hermit. So the cards are also saying that part of your action is also to really take an inside look, to shine a light on your interior, which I am sure you are doing. And I feel like you're here. That just means that you are looking, you are curious, you are searching out, you are figuring out the things. And this card just says, take a real interior light on your inner space. What's going on with you? What's going on with your inner world? Do you have any feelings and emotions that are coming up for you? Are there things that you haven't been letting yourself see or notice, or things you might have been overlooking? Just check in with yourself. Take a real look at the inside of you. Not outward focused of how this person makes you feel or how you want this person to see you or anything else outside of yourself for a second. Just take a few minutes somewhere today, of course, to really just take an interior look. Okay, this is what's going on with me. And I'm just going to journal about this for 5 minutes. I'm going to set a timer and we'll see what comes up. This is how I'm feeling and that's how I'm feeling, and I don't feel great about that, but I do feel great about this, and just see what's going on there. There's something important there. I do want to take I am going to grab our gold deck to take a little look at messages coming in for you from Source. So just going up to a higher power, whichever you ascribe to, whatever you feel comfortable with, just taking a look at any little messages that might be coming through, channeling in, taking a look, and let's see what we have. So we have the Six of Cups. This is the very first card I pulled in his energy, and I have the High Priestess. So I feel like Source is saying, ooga. Ooga. Source is not saying ooga. Okay, so those are our two matching cards. So I feel like Source is saying, lean into what feels familiar, to what feels good, what feels like home, what feels known to you. That's good. There's something there that's good. It's good for you too. We know that's in their energy, but it's good for you too. Lean into what feels known, what feels good, what feels soft and fuzzy and comfortable and nostalgic and feels familiar. Familiar is the best word that's coming up for me right now. Lean into what feels familiar for you in a good way, in a soft, cozy fireplace way. And then we have the High Priestess coming in too. So I feel like there's a message coming in there about you really trusting your own wisdom, understanding that you are so powerful and you're so knowledgeable and so wise. And there is no one in this world who knows you better than you. There is no one in this world who is more of an expert on you than you are. Sit into your absolute wisdom and in your wisdom around the other world. I mean, this really gets into things outside of oneself as well. Yes, intuition. Yes, what's coming through. Yes, what you're reading, but also the way you read the world. Trust that as well. That people will deliver a message that says this, but it really means that. And people say this is true and that's false, but what is actually the real thing here feels like it's somewhere about here. And you'll be reading all sorts of things. Trust yourself, understand your own presence of mind, your own wisdom, your own self knowledge, but world knowledge. Trust yourself. You have something that is truly precious within you. And when you're drafting out what it is you want, trust that as well. That's there for a reason. Trust yourself, your inner guide, your inner knowing, that hermit energy too, what you're shining a light on. Trust that. There is stuff that is coming out for you and coming in for you that is truly beautiful and precious. Because you're beautiful and precious. Oh, yeah. You have a lot of homework. You have a few things to do, some journaling things to do. You have some blueprint making to do. You have some architecting to figure out, so you can ask for that to come in. That tower happened, the path was cleared for something really precious and important for you. It's okay for that healing to take some time, but don't hold on to things being unfair from the past, because that could keep you from landing in what it is you truly want in your life. And I want you to have every beautiful thing that you could ever possibly want in your life. Can we do open hands below? Open hand emoji below. Any emoji if you can't find the open hands. I know it's a little bit of a search. So open hands if you can. Any heart, anything else if you can't find it. Subscribe, of course. Like this video too. But open hands. Yes, moving in the direction of which you are going, letting yourself realize that you don't have to control everything, that you can lean into the natural, the natural flow, that things are already taking you to where you want to go. Do that interior search. Let things that feel familiar and good guide you along the way, and trust your own inner wisdom. There's some good stuff here, some really good stuff here. Oh, I love comments. You know I would, and you know I'm going to read it. I read them all. I don't always comment on them all, but I love them all, and I adore reading them, as vulnerable as you want to be, and as, just anything you want to say, even if it's just, a little bit of something. I would love to see that too. I'm sending you off into your day and into your week with so much power, so much preciousness that you already bring, and so much fun and so much play. That playful spirit, don't forget that too. That feels like a fun task, a happy task, if you so choose to accept it. It's your choice. Everything is your choice. You don't have to do anything. These are just energetic suggestions from the universe. But should you choose to accept it, I think I shall try to have more of a playful spirit today as well. So you can think of me doing it with you. Okay, I'm going to see you again so very soon. Until then, mwah, yeah.